From Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, 5620 Crawford Street in Harahan, welcome to Cox 4's NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball Show. Hi again, everyone. I'm Eric Ritchie, pleased to be joined by LBSA GM Ryan Kimberly as we break down a championship edition of our final show of the year. Of course, high school softball, we had a state champion. We actually, Ryan, had two teams make it all the way to Sulfur in high school baseball. And what we're going to do over the next 30 minutes is chronologically break down what happened to both Brother Martin and Curtis. But before we get into specifics, in a general term, winning a state championship, how tough is it? And you've been involved with high school baseball for so long.
It's tough at any level, but at high school, when you've got to come together, you're young, you haven't played baseball that long, you're kind of thrown together in a high school setting. For those kids to come together, play hard, listen to their coaches, get a few breaks here and there, and then make that run all the way in is incredibly tough, and it's incredibly fulfilling when you get to that point, you reach that pinnacle.
We're going to start our breakdown on last Friday in the 3A semifinals as Curtis looked for a second year to get back to the state championship game, Ryan. And again, Curtis is very familiar with LBSA, have worked out here quite a bit. Daniel Cabrera, this is his second home, I think. And the bottom line is this is a team that had a mission after watching a dog pile against them last year. At minimum, they wanted to get back to a state championship appearance.
Yeah, I think when you see that moment, you never forget when you get beat. So the next time you get that opportunity, that kind of fuels that fire. And then not only that, but the girls winning the state championship a week prior really also helped fuel their fire and fuel their motivation to get there and prove that all the talk was worth its while.
No question about it, not to mention both the boys and girls track teams at Curtis bringing home state championships as well the week prior to that. So let's get to it. We'll start with the John Curtis Patriots last Friday in the 3A state semifinal game. The number 2 seed John Curtis Patriots taking on number 3 Iowa in the Class 3A semifinals at McMurray Park in Sulfur. Head coach Johnny Curtis is going to save his ace Daniel Cabrera, hoping to get to the state championship game. No problem when you got a guy like Kyle Burns dealing it. He pitched well, 3 quality innings for the Patriots to begin the game. Curtis would strike first, bottom of the first. Runners on first and third, that's A.J. Huff. He's going to send one to right, deep enough to score the run. Here comes Jacob Bordelon from third. Curtis dents the board first. It's 1-0. Bottom of the third, the Yellow Jackets would answer. How about Alex Gidry coming up with the clutch base knock to right? And that's going to score Lane Armenter, and suddenly we're tied at 1. Burns would return for the top of the fourth, but after allowing a leadoff single and hitting a batter, he would be replaced by Hunter Dale. Dale hasn't pitched a game for the Patriots all season, but was getting his shot in the state semifinal, and did he ever answer? Dale was tenacious on the mound and deuces the weak liner to short. That ends the scoring threat for the Yellow Jackets. Let's head to the bottom of the fourth, where Curtis begins the inning with a pair of leadoff walks. Cody Shakesnyder would move the runners over with a nice sacrifice bunt, giving Curtis runners on second and third with 1 out. After a strikeout, Jay Curtis comes to the plate. He's going to hit the ground ball to second. The ball is bobbled. That's going to allow Miles Washington to score from third. Curtis back on top, leading 2-1 after 4. Bottom of the fifth now for Curtis, and Daniel Cabrera's at the plate. The LSU commit crushes one to deep center field. That bad boy's going off the wall. All the way for a triple for Cabrera, who continues to rip the ball for the Patriots. A few pitches later, it's a wild pitch. That's going to allow Cabrera to score from third, extending the lead to 3-1 Curtis at the end of 5. After a scoreless 6th, the Yellow Jackets would come to the plate in the top of the 7th, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dale would walk the leadoff batter on 4 pitches, and that's going to prompt a move from Johnny Curtis. He's going to bring in Jacob Bordelon in to close out the game. But Bordelon can't close it out either. A catcher's interference was called. Now there's runners on first and second. Next on the bump for John Curtis was Nick Wilson, and he would walk the lone batter he faced. Again, here comes Johnny Curtis to make the move, and yes, he will go with Daniel Cabrera. The base is loaded, nobody outs, clinging to a 3-1 lead. First batter Cabrera faces, and he hits him. That's going to force in a run. It's 3-2, base is still loaded, and nobody out. Next batter, Cabrera induces the pop-up. He's going to take it himself, and there's one away. John Curtis could take a breath for just a moment. A wild play to end this one. The Yellow Jackets with 2 strikes still attempting to bunt. The squeeze failed. That's a strikeout. But Burns is going to throw it down to third. It's going to catch the Yellow Jacket base runner in a rundown. They tag him. Game over. Curtis wins a wild one, hanging on to a 3-2 victory, sending the Patriots back to the 3A state championship for a second straight year.
This group of guys, and what a lot of folks don't know about them, and hopefully this is a kind of inexperienced group. We had a bunch of seniors last year that had played for 3 years and got us to the pinnacle. So this group has not really been in this situation, although they've been here. So for these guys to be in this situation, like I said, throughout the playoffs, they've had to find a way to gut up and find some wins. 1-0. 6-2 when it felt like it was kind of out of hand, and they get 6-2 against Jenna, and then tonight with a 3-2 win over Iowa.
Kyle did great. That's all we asked. We didn't even ask for him to do that much. He did beyond what he was asked to. And Hunter, how you like that? That's his first appearance of the year, and he comes in and throws in the semifinals like that. Couldn't ask for any more from him. I just wanted to throw strikes. I mean, I had to calm down. He came in on the mountain, calming down because my adrenaline was running. But just throw strikes. My defense said they had my back. I knew they did, and came up with the W.
So Curtis gambles and wins. They get a 3-2 win, another 1-run victory. But again, Johnny Curtis going with the philosophy of saving his ace for a state championship game. First, he had to get there, and he brought in Cabrera when he really needed him in the 7th.
Yeah, as a coach, you can always second guess yourself. Obviously, looking in hindsight, this one worked out in his favor. You could do the same decision and it not work out, but Cabrera is such a good athlete. He's such a great pitcher. He's not fazed by anything. He puts in all of his hard work and all of his preparation for those moments, and that's what he lives for. That's what any kid would dream for, is that situation to get yourself out of it, and he did.
So the lefty throws less than 10 pitches in what he referred to as a bullpen session. So Daniel Cabrera will be fresh for the state championship game on Saturday against Parkview Baptist. That's coming up. But still, we're on Friday in the state semifinals. And in 5A, Brother Martin, again, a team that got off to such a slow start, Ryan, 1-5, but they had peaked at just the right time, headed to Sulfur.
Yeah, starting out 1-5 and then playing in the way that they're playing in now, the fashion they're playing in now, that is a lot of testament to the competition they went through with the Catholic League. They were peppered and seasoned and went through all that, but they're certainly playing at the right moments, making those plays, and now they've got their shot.
As the 14 seed, Ryan, they were the lowest seed to advance to Sulfur, but throw the seeds out the window. It's all about who wins this game on the field, and what a matchup it was against Catholic. Brother Martin facing Catholic in the 5A state semifinal matchup in Sulfur. This game would be a pitcher's duel. Corey Giacone on the mound for Brother Martin, and he is doing his part to keep Brother Martin in the game. On the other side of the field, pitching for Catholic was lefty Ross Massey. Massey actually would no-hit the Crusaders through 5 innings until Brother Martin's bats came alive. Top of the 6th, and Luke Bernard gets things started. That's a leadoff single, and here we go. Next batter, Kyler Johnson, and he is hit by the pitch. First and second, no outs to start the 6th for the Crusaders. A couple batters later, it's Blair Frederick. He comes up with the hit, a single to left. That's going to load the bases. But Massey would come up big to prevent any runs from scoring. First, he gets the strikeout, then gets the fly ball to right. That's going to keep the game scoreless. Some clutch pitching for Massey. After Giacone pitched a scoreless 6th, the Crusaders would try to get something going again in the top of the 7th inning. Kevin Stretzinger with the long fly ball to right. It's going back, but the right fielder's going to track it down. Still in the 7th, it's Bernard again, having a great day at the plate. He's going to go opposite field for the base hit, and the Crusaders have a base runner, but not for long. Massey with the quick move to first. He's going to get Bernard caught in the rundown. That would end the top of the inning for the Crusaders. Bottom of the 7th now, Catholic would send in Brendan Fairbanks to pinch hit. And how about this off the bench? Steps up with the shot down the left field line, and that's good for a leadoff double. Next up for Catholic, Bo Branch. After failing to get the bunt attempt down, Bo would show bunt again, but look at this. Pulls it back and rips a shot into left. Turns out to be a walk-off RBI single. Catholic wins a pitcher's duel in dramatic fashion over Brother Martin, 1-0 the final, as the Crusaders' fantastic run ends in the state semifinals.
We compete and we battle, and that's all I ask from my kids. Come out here, have a good time. A couple of things didn't go our way, but I don't fault any effort of any one of my kids. They came out here, they left it on the field, and that's all I can ask for.
So it doesn't get much tougher than that. A one-run walk-off loss for the Crusaders, who, again, 25 wins this season. An unbelievable outing by Corey Giacone. You got Blair Frederick. You got a ton of guys that we're going to be seeing at the next level. So what a job by Coach Wisniewski and those Crusaders.
They really did come together and harness that talent, and unfortunately you came up short, but there's nothing to look back on. That's a great year, a great season. For those kids to lose to a really good Catholic team is nothing to hold their heads on as well. But they had a great season, and lots of credit to Coach Wiz and the Brother Martin program.
Time for us to take our first break here in the Cox Ford NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball Championship Edition. When we return, one team from the New Orleans area still alive on a Saturday 3A state semifinal, now a state final showdown in Sulfur. Highlights and post-game reaction when we return here from Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy. Cox 4's NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball is brought to you by Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, and by Cintas, and by Royal Honda.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Hey New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner.
And remember, when you buy from the appliance giant, you always get the best deal.
Tony Campo, the appliance giant, always told me if you want to sell appliances in this town, you got to offer the best name brands. That's why at Campo we offer lines like Thermador and Bosch. Right now, when you buy a Thermador cooktop, wall oven, or one of their beautiful ranges from Campo, I'll give you a Thermador dishwasher for free. Come to Campo today to see how we can take your kitchen to the next level when you buy local.
Welcome back to this championship edition of the Cox 4 NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball Show. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy General Manager Ryan Kimberly, also the assistant softball coach at Chappelle. Let's talk about the state championship game. Of course, we had already shown you in the last segment, Curtis, a one-run victory to get to the state championship. They took on Parkview Baptist, a team that knocked off the top seed and defending champ Evangel, the team that beat Curtis a year ago.
Even more motivation for Curtis to get to that point in a state championship game, and I'm sure they were kind of looking ahead, wanting another shot at Evangel, but they got to play Parkview Baptist. You have your shot to win a state championship, and everybody showed up and competed.
Time for us to really dive into the highlights and post-game reaction of what, again, turned into be a thrilling state championship game in the 3A finals. Second seed John Curtis taking on the number 5 seed Parkview Baptist in the 3A state final matchup at McMurray Park in Sulfur. Daniel Cabrera on the mound for the Patriots, trying to continue his pitching dominance in the postseason. First inning, and here's a rarity, Cabrera would allow a base hit. Had hasn't done much of that in the postseason at all. After another hit to left field in the top of the first, Cabrera would get the strikeout to end the inning. Let's head to the bottom of the second, where John Curtis has runners at first and second with one out, Hunter Dale at the plate. Dale with the deep shot. That's going to go over the right fielder's head. It's going to score Nick Wilson and Cody Shakesnyder. That gives Curtis the early 2-0 lead in the state championship game. Top of the third now, and Parkview Baptist looking to answer with runners at first and third and one out. A bizarre play. The shot looks like it goes off Adam Tarver's foot for the foul ball, but no, it turned out to be a fielding error for the Patriots. It allows both runners to score, ties the game at 2. Head coach Johnny Curtis can't believe it. He's going to come out to contest that the ball did hit Tarver in the batter's box, but to no avail. So we move to the bottom of the third, and Cabrera would make up for the bizarre play with one swing of the bat. He goes Apo. The lefty goes to left field. That's a home run. Gives Curtis the lead right back at 3-2. Part of a monster day for Cabrera at the plate as well. 2 for 2 with the home run and a walk. Cabrera would continue his dominance on the mound from there as he would just start piling up the strikeouts. 11 Ks in all on this day. We head to the top of the sixth now with Parkview at the plate, and the Eagles start the inning with the base knock. After a sacrifice and stolen base, Parkview Baptist now with a runner on third and 2 outs. Cabrera would walk the next batter, giving the Eagles runners on the corners now and a chance to tie. But Cabrera had different plans. Catching the runner off the first base bag, gets him in the rundown, ends the inning, scoring threat over. The Patriots looking to add some insurance. Dale, who had a tremendous weekend at Sulfur, he gets the leadoff double, his second of the game, and John Curtis has a runner in scoring position. After a pass ball allows Dale to advance to third, pinch hitter Jordan LaBruza comes up with the clutch hit up the middle. That's going to double the Curtis lead. The Patriots now on top 4-2. That proved to be more than enough insurance for Cabrera, who was Mr. Strikeout in the final inning. Had to do a little extra work on the final strikeout as the third strike was dropped, but the throw to first in time, and guess what? John Curtis is the 3A state championship, their first state championship in baseball since 2002. Cabrera named your most outstanding player, and Curtis wins the game 4-2.
It's hard to hold their emotions back. It's just, this is a group of guys that just believe from the time they stepped off the field last year at this spot to right now. And, the thing about perseverance and about toughness and about effort and about a program, that's what embodied this group of guys. And can't say enough about the grit that they had. Definitely wasn't a perfect and clean game on our part, but just enough. We did enough to get a 4-2 win, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
It feels great losing one last year and then come back and finishing it off and being a senior, getting the state championship my last year.
Well, yeah, it means a lot because that loss last year really hurt because we worked really hard to get that, but our work ethic this year was just amazing and we came out on top just like we wanted to.
I mean, this is my first state championship. I won a gold medal with Team USA. I won a state championship. I want to win a college state World Series now. I want to win an MLB World Series.
It's what we've been burning in our minds over the last 364 days. You set a goal for yourself and you aspire to attain that goal and you work for that goal every day. And on our group message board, we had evangelists sitting out here celebrating their picture. And we burned that into our skulls. We burned that into our brain. And every time we got a little bit tired, every time we didn't feel like maybe practicing hard enough, we burned that picture in our mind. And this is the reward for that of hard work. And we talk about nothing's ever promised, but if you give great effort, you always have a chance. So this group did that, and I can't be more proud of them.
So, Ryan, for the first time since 2011, hard to believe it's been that long since a New Orleans area baseball team has won a state championship, but congratulations to those Patriots, both the Coach Curtis brothers and the entire baseball team for a tremendous season. And the only fitting way to end it was to hold up the hardware with the state championship.
That's always the only fitting way to end any state championship game is to hold up the hardware. Other than that, it seems to be a disappointment, but it's really not. They fought. They're always in here. Again, like we mentioned on past episodes, Cabrera, Shakesnyder, LaBruza, Hunter Dale, all those kids are always in here. They're busting it along with the rest of their team, and so fitting for them to get their shot and match what the girls did a week prior. Really proud of them, and big congratulations to that program.
So we see the gamble paid off. Cabrera, again, fresh on the mound, also showed his damage at the plate with that sweet swing going opposite field for a home run in Sulfur. And Hunter Dale, enough can't be said about this young man who's a force in the John Curtis secondary on the football field. He came up clutch even on the mound in the semifinal game in Sulfur. Hunter Dale was huge.
Yeah, that team's just got a bunch of just pure athletes, just top to bottom athletes. And when you get to that point, that's really what you need, is you just need those kids that are going to show up. They're not scared. They've been through football, basketball, baseball, whatever else. It's just another game to them. But to know the magnitude of that game and to see those athletes step up that way, it's just a real testament to the hard work they put in all year.
So on this Cox 4 NOLA Prep baseball and softball show, we wind up with a pair of state champions, both from the same school, that same school that produced a pair of state champions in state track as well. So unbelievable seasons, especially in the spring season, for the John Curtis Patriots. Congratulations to them.
And you said they lost 3 games this year to 5A teams, and now they're stepping up into the Catholic League. So it's going to be even more fun, looking forward to next year to see them get to compete with the Brother Martins and the Jesuits, the Holy Crosses of the world, and that Catholic League will be a lot of fun.
Curtis finishes the year 26-3, and as Ryan alludes to, all 3 of their losses, 1 run, all 3 came to 5A playoff baseball teams. Very impressive. Let's take a break. We're going to talk more about some of the things that Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy has to offer and some of the things we've done throughout the year here on this show. We're back after this.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner.
Hey guys, again, Ryan Kimberly here at the Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy. We're going to just review everything that we've touched on in the last few episodes of the things that we offer here at the LBSA. Our strength and conditioning and our speed and agility component of the facility is a really intricate part of our baseball program. Brian LaBruza does a great job with all of our young athletes from the little guys on up. He focuses on functional training and a lot of speed and agility that'll help them and pull over right to the baseball field. Our private instruction and baseball training also goes through everything that happens on a baseball field, from pitching and fielding to hitting and working on catching and infield drills, everything in between. We work on building up those athletes from the ground up, working on their fundamentals and helping them pull over and be more confident when they step out on a baseball field. So our camps and clinics really cater to the younger guys, the less advanced kids, the beginner kids that have maybe never stepped on a baseball field before or want to start learning the game and are really excited to learn the game. So we cater those to those younger groups, the 2 and 3 year olds, the 4 and 5, 6 and 7. So when they go through our programs and learn the fundamentals of how to field, how to hit, how to throw, and how to even just act on a baseball field, they're able to walk onto a field and be more experienced when they get into that 8 and 9, 10 and 11 year old age group where they start travel ball. And again, we offer travel baseball here at the facility as well with the Crescent City Hooks. And you saw Coach Blake on previous episodes talking about the programs that we do. It's a highly competitive and highly efficient and really fun atmosphere for the kids to learn baseball at a much higher competition. And we offer those teams throughout the facility as well. We also offer softball here at the facility, and we do that with our younger girls that have never stepped foot on a softball field, and our more experienced girls. Coach Summer Melansaw kind of deals with all of our softball training, and she does a lot of our lessons. She's a great asset to our program, and the girls really love her. And softball is beginning to become a big part of the New Orleans area, so we're excited to have her along and let that component of our facility grow as well. Lacrosse is growing across the country, but especially in the state of Louisiana and the city of New Orleans. You saw in the previous episode that we've got a bunch of boys that are coming using our facility, working out, learning the game, and now even getting college scholarships. So we're excited to see how that continues to grow and the growth of lacrosse in this area. And Miss Jackie over at Southern Lacrosse has been a great asset as well. We also have a really exciting summer team starting up, a 16U team, the Evo Shield Southeast Canes. They'll be traveling all across the Southeast area into North Carolina, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and then into Jupiter, Georgia, and Fort Myers, showcasing their talents at a much higher level in front of plenty of college coaches and Major League Baseball scouts. We're really excited to see those kids come together, form a team out of the LBSA. Coach Walter's done a great job putting the team together and getting them all ready to roll. They've put in a lot of hard work, and now they get to go and show that hard work in front of college scouts and Major League scouts. In closing, it's been a blast showcasing what we've done here at the facility, being able to bring in some top baseball and top softball programs here at the facility, and then again showing you guys what we do here at the facility. We hope that you guys stop by. We hope that you guys check out the website and give us a call if you have any other questions. We hope to see you soon, and it'll be a bright and really exciting summer and future planned for you guys.
And remember, when you buy from the appliance giant, you always get the best deal.
Tony Campo, the appliance giant, always told me if you want to sell appliances in this town, you got to offer the best name brands. That's why at Campo we offer lines like Thermador and Bosch. Right now, when you buy a Thermador cooktop, wall oven, or one of their beautiful ranges from Campo, I'll give you a Thermador dishwasher for free. Come to Campo today to see how we can take your kitchen to the next level when you buy local.
New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
So that'll put a wraps to this show and really to the entire season of the Cox Ford NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball Show. Ryan, it's been a pleasure. We've had a lot of fun. We've kind of, no roadmap to this show. We just kind of made it up as we went along, but had a ton of fun. And the great thing is, got to expose a number of different area high school baseball and softball teams, and also let people know about the good things that you guys do at LBSA.
So glad you guys got to stop by. I hope you guys got to learn a little bit about what we do at LBSA and saw, really into the behind-the-scenes action of some of the local prep baseball and softball teams. But it's been a lot of fun. Eric, thanks a lot for everything. Appreciate you guys coming by, and good luck in the summer and the preparations for summer ball and thereafter.
He was a mid-season acquisition, but we picked up, turned him into a Peter Gammons, man. Way to go. And he's a Red Sox fan. All right. That's all for now. Again, from all the people here at LBSA, I'm Eric Ritchie saying so long for the final edition of the year of the Cox Ford NOLA Prep, Baseball, and Softball Show. Good night, everyone.